So we finally have some good news. CPI came in lower than expected at 2.8%. 2.9% was expected, and last time we were at 3%. So 0.2% lower inflation than last month. Not bad, but it's obviously not enough yet. Now the markets will probably rally a bit on this good news, but we have the FOMC meeting on the 19th of March, so something to look out for, definitely. And we are likely not getting rate cuts this month, but the good news is that we are getting closer to it. The Fed has an inflation target of 2%, so no rate cuts until then, but we are getting closer, no doubt about that. Now we do have some other good news as well. Binance says Abu Dhabi's MGX, an investment firm, probably makes 2 billion investments, so we have some more oil money coming into crypto. That's good. Franklin Templeton files for Sol ETF with CBOE, so we are probably getting a Solana ETF pretty soon. Japan will cut tax on Bitcoin gains from 55% down to 20%, so that's some good news as well, some hopium as well. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to charts and technicals, so let's get to the charts now. So Bitcoin seems to be in this bearish channel right now. As you can see, it has been forming these lower highs and lower lows as we go down. And I'm actually looking for two things right now before I turn bullish again. So the first thing is for us to get a swing fail. So what I mean by that is we have this high over here, we have a low, we have a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. What I want to see is for price to maybe go like this and not break down below this previous low. So for price to do something like this. So what that would mean is that price doesn't want to go further down and is actually trying to change its trend, and we can see this in previous points of time with Bitcoin. Let's take a look at the previous bear market. For example, we were forming, this was a high, a low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and got some more lower highs, lower low, lower high, lower low, and right here, this point, we got a lower low, but we failed to break down below this low, and instead we got this swing fail over here. At this point we can be like, yeah, the market might be at a position to reverse, and it did. Let's look for another example, maybe somewhere closer to the current price action over here. We formed a high, a low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and then we failed to break below this low. So we got this swing fail, and then price formed a higher high. This was a signal for the markets to reverse. It's very basic TA, very basic price action, and it works every single time. Now that's one of the scenarios. Now another scenario that could potentially signal the markets reversing, if prices were to go up here, then come down, and then form sort of like a support down here, and prices were to form like a channel around here, and then break out of it, retest it, and go back up. So this is another possible scenario. Now let's take a look at some examples from past price action. I'm seeing something similar over here. So we had support and a narrowing channel, broke out, we got support, and prices went up. Now we can actually see a smaller version over here, form a channel, price broke out, retest, and go up. This might be another scenario that might play out, of course in alignment with the Federal Reserve's monetary policies. So I'm expecting prices to actually start to reverse around June, but I'll obviously also be keeping a close look on Bitcoin's price action before making any significant moves. Let's take a look at Ethereum. We'll actually see something similar in all of the charts on all other major cryptocurrencies. Ethereum is not looking good, to be honest. We are in a similar falling channel. Now I would be looking for something similar on Ethereum as well, for us to get a swing fail on Ethereum as well, maybe for price to go up like this and then fail to break below the previous low. Now it doesn't necessarily mean that it needs to happen right over here. You might actually get a lower high and then another lower low, maybe a few more, but ultimately we will reach a point when price forms a swing fail. So that's when I'll be like, okay, this might be a good time to enter Ethereum. Let's look for some examples in Ethereum as well. I'm seeing something similar right over here. We formed a high, a low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and as you can see, we got a swing fail over here, failed to break below the previous low, and prices chopped around a little bit over here before finally moving up. So this is what I look for when I'm trying to find out if the market is about to reverse or not, or the other scenario where price just forms sort of like a channel and then wait for it to break out, retest, and then reverse. Let's look for something similar over here. A very good example is right here. Sorry about that. Price consolidated and then broke out. Let's take a look at Solana next. Solana actually looks similar as well. A high, a low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, a lower low, lower high, lower low. If we get a swing fail, then that would be a good signal for the market to reverse, or for a channel to form, then for it to break out and move up. So that's all for today's video. If you liked it, don't forget to like my video and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.